I've got some pictures of coins here that people have sent to my email. Coins with strange markings on them, some anomalies, some errors, so let's have a look at them. Okay, the first one is this 50p coin. This is from Pete McIntosh, and he says, "Hi Paul, I found an unusual 50p of the People Act. See what you think. There's some marks at the front of the Queen's face and her neck. The 50p at the back of her head looks double stamped too. See pics." Okay, so we need to look at the head side. There we are. And you can see straight away in front of the Queen's forehead, there looks like a bit of metal there, a bit of extra metal that shouldn't be there. Could it be from a cracked die? Leaking from a cracked die? Also some little streaks of metal at the bottom by the neck. Now there's another image that he filmed in a different light. There we are. Look at that. Surprising how different a coin looks if you film it in a different light. You can see these little streaks of metal coming up from the bottom of the coin. Look like little stalagmites sticking up from the bottom of a cave. And you can see this bit of metal as well very clearly. And as he says, it has been double struck. You can see all round there, look. It's been double struck. And the E, very clearly see it there. So could it be a loose die caused that? Well, there it is from a different angle. Now, cracked or misaligned die probably explain that bit in front of the Queen's face, but I can't understand. I can't work out these little bits of metal that looks like run-in metal. Anybody got any explanation for that? A lamination error, something wrong with the blank in the first place, but I don't think so. Because it's been double struck, I think it's some kind of mechanical error. Please put in the comments if you think you know what caused that. And Pete, have a look in the comments because I'm sure some people will know what happened there. Letters from people. And included was this letter from Les. Now, part of the letter said, "I had to take my wife to Burton Hospital and I thought I'd take a handful of coins which were loose in the bottom of a box to wipe and clean while I waited. On wiping some of the 20 coins I had in my pocket, to my amazement, there was a 1933 penny. So I said, if you send some images to my email address, then I can include it in a video and show everyone else to see what they think." So that's exactly what he did. Okay, there we are. The 1933 at the top in the middle. He sent some others for comparison. So let's have a zoom in and have a little look at that. Right, first of all, let's have a look at the obverse. He sent that as well, and I assume it's the one in the middle at the top there. And that to me is definitely a genuine George V 1930s penny. So let's go back to this. Now, looking at that date. Now, if we have a look in this book, The Bronze Coinage of Great Britain by Michael J. Freeman, if you're into your old bronze pre-decimals, get yourself a copy of that. Brilliant book. And have a look at this bit here where it says imitation and forgeries. It says, imitations and forgeries of base metal coins have seldom been worth the effort to the counterfeiter. In the British Bronze series, most of these are of pennies with the date altered to 1933, usually from 1935, sometimes skillfully, when the only evidence that the coin has been altered is the fact that the second 3 has a slightly longer and narrower tail, a feature of the 5 than the first. So here's one of my 1935 pennies. Let's see if I can freeze that image. There we go. Zoom in just a little bit more. And now we can compare that, if I shrink it down, with Les's 1933. And to me, those 3s are definitely not the same, are they? And if you look at the bottom loop on the 5, the second 3 definitely looks like it. So in my opinion, that has been changed. It's a forgery. And has been changed, as I said, skillfully changed from a 5 into a 3. What do you think? The more I look at that, the more I think it's not real. It's hard to tell with an image without the coin actually in front of you in your hand, but I don't think that's real. What do people think? Please put it in the comments. Don't take my word for it though, Les. Send these pictures to the Royal Mint and see what they say. But my personal opinion is it's a forgery. And the next one. This is from Craig, and he says, "Hello Paul, I hope you don't mind me asking a question on behalf of my coin fanatic dad. He watches your videos religiously. He has an 1822 farthing and it has an error on the number 2. Does this coin have any interest in the coin world? We'll appreciate your reply if you get time. Best regards, Craig." So I said, send us some images and we'll feature it in a video. And that's what I'm doing right now. Let's have a look at the coin in question. There it is. Lovely portrait there of George IV by Benedetto Petrucci. I can never pronounce his name properly. Enza, how do you pronounce that?
Benedetto Petrucci.
Thank you. It would have been made on solid copper, and about 6 million, just under 6 million were minted. But it's the other side we're interested in. Okay, there we are. There's a reverse. Britannia facing right, and as you can see, one of the twos, the first two in the date, looks very odd indeed. Very odd. It almost looks like another number has been minted over the top or underneath, and then the two. But what's this bit here? This bit, I don't understand what that is. That doesn't make sense at all. I don't think it's damage. It doesn't look like damage to the coin, does it? What do you reckon? But it looks like something has been minted on top. Now, mine's not like that. I've looked at some images of other coins, and as you can see, there's quite a few different ones, different quality, different condition, and there's nothing like that. I can't find anything like it in any books, that there is a number printed over the top. Minted, I should say, not printed. But what do you think of that? Now, it's a well-known practice in the 1800s. They used to mint another number over the date to change the date. But I can't find an example of it happening with an 1822 farthing. So if you've got any information on that, please put it in the comments. I'm sure Craig and his dad will be delighted. I don't know what your name is, Craig's dad, but hello anyway. So if someone else has got an identical one to that, that would mean it was done in the minting process and make it very collectible. Now, this one was sent to me by Phil, a few months ago. He says he thinks it might be a valuable coin, but it has got a slight bit of damage that may affect its value. Well, it's a 1967 penny, so even if it was brilliantly uncirculated, it's not going to have any value to it. I'm pretty sure he's joking. I hope he's joking. Yeah, it has got a slight bit of damage to it, but it's not that noticeable really, is it? I think what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to make that into a piece of jewellery, a necklace for Sue. Yeah, I'm going to drill a little hole in the top there, and she can wear that. That's the sort of thing women like, isn't it? Jewellery, she'll love that. I'm sure she'll be delighted with that. That's her Christmas present sorted. Yeah, thanks for that, Philip. I don't think it's mintage damage. I think it's more like tractor damage. It's been hit by a plough. Nevertheless, a lovely little thing there. Okay, that's it, everybody. Thanks very much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click the like button. That really helps. And I'll see you in the next video. Right, let's get jewellery making in operation.